Hello, hello. Welcome to
Welcome
day
back.
number 3. We are halfway there.
Number
We are halfway
3,
there.
right? Yes. And I'm actually back in an office. I have internet. I have power.
Let's see. For how long?
Regular coffee. Didn't get to do Starbucks coffee. Yeah, let's not jinx it, right?
We'll see.
So
okay, we have some
we'll
cool
see.
stuff
We'll
coming
get
up
there.
today. But we would also we have some people join us already. Thank you. This is always great to see you on the chat. If you could let us know how you liked yesterday and also what was your favorite talk maybe, then we can get the conversation started as well. And then
maybe your favorite one thing we might use for some prizes this hour. We're going to give away some pre-show prizes.
Yes. And then we will see what is coming up in a second here as well. We have lots of cool things. But before we get started, should we talk quickly about who is making this all possible?
We absolutely should.
So let's talk about our sponsor of this little event that we are running right here. First of all, we have obviously Supermetrics. If you don't know Supermetrics, they are the glue, I call it, between your data and where you want to get your data to. So you can automatically import data, for example, into Google Sheets. They have an add-on for that. And then you get your data in there. And from there, you can do a lot with Google Sheets even. Once you have the data there, you can transport it over to other tools as well, like Data Studio. Then our next sponsor, if I can pull him up here, is ListenLayer. Now, ListenLayer is the first and only cloud data layer platform. It's the tool that you can use in order to fill your data layer. So you can install ListenLayer onto your page, just one JavaScript code, just like with other tools. And then it will build your data layer if you have, it will listen to events from special tools like a HubSpot form, a Gravity form, many other tools that I have integrated there, and then fill your data layer accordingly. And you can use that data, obviously, from the data layer then in your GTM again to transfer it onto other tools as well. Okay, Mercer, you want to do the next ones?
Sure. So in terms of sponsors, Measure School.
I don't know what
Measure Masters. I don't know which one.
Yeah,
if you had a slide.
I had a slide, but
do
now
you have a slide for yourself?
It has been taken. Here we go.
Measure School has gone dark.
Here we go.
There we go. Oh, okay. MeasureMarketing.io. We'll do MeasureMarketing.io first. So that's our organization is MeasureMarketing.io, where we have the Measurement Marketing Academy to help anybody who wants to learn measurement in general, not just the strategies, but also the tactics when it comes to Google Analytics, Tag Manager, Data Studio, etc. And then, of course, Measure School. Right. There we go. With the guy we all know and love, with Julian himself back there. And he's got Measure Masters, which of course is his flagship platform for training Tag Manager, Data Studio, Analytics. You know, we share students on both platforms quite a bit, which is great. So anybody that's interested in learning this stuff, you can definitely visit Measure School and MeasureMarketing.io, Supermetrics, and of course the ListenLayer virtual booths that are sitting back there as well. And I know Julian and I are both, we both pay for Supermetrics, so it's a fantastic program, or a platform, I should say. Can't recommend it enough. And ListenLayer is kind of interesting too, because they had such a cool concept, and they are really open to creating new listeners, right? They create listeners for all the different platforms, like Julian was saying, like HubSpot, et cetera. But if there's something out there that you're using that you want a listener for, to make it easier to push these details into the data layer, they'll create those, which is also kind of nice. So thank you again, Supermetrics, ListenLayer, Measure School, and MeasureMarketing.io for sponsoring MeasureSummit 2021. We've got Anders saying Leah was great.
Let me go into the chat.
Let's see if I can get to test all of our chat right here. So there's Anders saying he really appreciated Leah.
Does it work for you?
I am not. It's not working for me, but that might be because we're trying to do different rooms. Yeah, the office today, John, is regular.
Okay, I can see
it. It's the normal
I can see these. Leo was great, says Anders. Mercer, maybe you do the trick again with reloading your extension. Maybe that should help in that one as well.
Okay, I will do that.
So we'll see.
Let's see if
what will be coming up in a second here. ZRed is also joining us again. Glad to have you, and Barbara is here as well. So great that the chat is still alive and well. So if you have any kind of things, questions, and so on, just put them into the chat. We'd love to hear where everybody is dialing in from and following this, as we are gearing up to another exciting day here. And we actually have a little bit of something prepared for you. So let me go over to our screen here and see what is coming up today.
Speaking of coming up, look at Miroslav.
Oh, Miroslav's already here.
Miroslav's
Day
already
number
here.
3
You wouldn't appreciate
is obviously Miroslav.
Yes.
With Pitfalls of Martech. Actually, isn't it? I think that the presentation title is wrong here. We need to update this one. Wasn't it surprising surprising test results from Google Ads? So that I remember. I don't know why we had that wrong in here. We need to change that definitely. Afterwards, we have Maria coming up from Google, Attribution Theory and Practice. And yeah, Maria is one of the few Googlers out there who last year we actually had Christina Grinko on, and she was still working for Stronger Better, an agency in France. And then shortly after, I don't know if it was because of MeasureSummit, but she got a job at Google in the cloud division. So we kind of had a Googler last year already. This time we have another Googler with Maria talking about attribution. That's a hot topic. I guess we'll see if they have kind of solved that as well. And afterwards, we hear from Kai. Kai will teach us about tech fundamentals for aspiring data-driven marketers. He's actually from Malaysia, so we have a little bit of diversity in terms of the regions here as well. And he will be joining us as well in the chat. And hopefully then preparing us for the big discussion that is coming up with Simo Ahava. So Simo will be presenting a little bit something, but then also mainly answering questions that we have pre-submitted from you guys, served with a set of server-side tagging. Now, if you still have questions for Simo, you can leave them at MeasureSummit.com/Simo right here. And that will allow us to pre-filter and also make sure we give the right questions at the right time to Simo. So if you have a question that you want to have answered by Simo, definitely check that out. And then last but not least, wrapping up the evening is Michael Logan from Infotrust talking about a privacy-centric world. It's a time for marketers to have a great reset, which will be interesting to say the least, because also the talk tomorrow will be about the privacy-centered world by Stefan Hamel right in the morning. So this will be a great wrap-up, and then you will be also be able to go on and listen to Stefan Hamel's talk there as well. So much coming up today. If you want to follow along, again, we have Miroslav with surprising ad results. I think on the right side it needs to be it's in the agenda it should be right. Then we have Attribution Theory and Practice by Maria, Tech Fundamentals for Aspiring Marketers. We have Simo Ahava at just 4 hours from now, and then Michael Logan to wrap us up for the day. So an exciting day. Looking forward to hearing from all our amazing speakers. Mercer, are you still there? No, I guess Mercer is frozen. That's why you're so quiet for a while there. If I go just disconnected, I will just call him again and see if we can make it work. No, I'm on hold. He put me on hold. So I don't know what that is all about, but let's see There he is. A little Skype logo. You need to turn on your camera if you see us. Yeah, there he is. Back again.
Okay, it's just Skype getting caught up for some reason. All right, I think I was in the wrong Skype room.
All good. Okay. More and more people joining us here. SimoBot knows your question before you ask them. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. For us, we will be Simo's bot without technology in that sense. Cool.
Yeah, get those in for sure. I think let me get that link in there for everybody too. It's in the chat. So if you have a question for Simo, now is the time, because we're going to be running out of time to get your questions in. And there's a bunch of questions, which is fantastic. So thank you everybody for doing that. But I want to make sure. Oops, that shouldn't say tomorrow. That should say today. Now we got to update that. So hashtag asterisk today, not tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, let's get that in there so we can get those going through. We've got plenty to talk about for sure with Simo, but especially videos. If you can get the videos in, anybody wants to do that. We've had a couple people do that, which has been great. Thank you for popping those links in. Just remember to make it permissions that we can see everything, because there is occasionally that where somebody will share it, but it's locked down. So we got to make sure that it's publicly available so that anybody with the link can view it. And then hopefully we'll be able to get the tech running so we can see you live and you can present alongside all three of us.
So Mercer, let me ask you this. What was your favorite talk so far?
That's a good question. It's hard to choose. I think
we saw so many.
I liked Dana's a lot. I think she did some really cool things with Data Studio, how to think about it. And actually, they're all around design, if there's a theme for me right now. So I liked Dana's a lot because she just kind of changed how I thought about some of the things. I'm like, oh, that's really a cool idea. I could do that. The Leah's for sure with the storytelling, the way to actually present the data, not here's your dashboard, but when you're doing it through slides, how to tell a story in front of a team, I thought was exceptional. And then Ahmad's for sure, especially because we're agencies, right? So, being able to look at that and say, oh, some really cool ways to get some leads, for your agency by creating these dashboards and putting them out there and, learning about that, I thought, and how he went after that was amazing. So for me, it was like Data Studio design stuff so far has been the biggest deal for sure.
Yeah, and I think that if you want to still watch these, and if you are just tuning in, you can still do that. They are freely available at the speakers tab. If you go up to the speakers, you can also
some of them are. I think some of them are already locked down. So
okay.
Just they were day one. So the day ones are already locked down. Yeah, some of them were day one. Leah's is still there for the moment, but that'll be going away within the hour.
Right.
So anybody that wants to watch Leah's from yesterday, you definitely can from day number 2.
But you can also just hang out here and join us, of course.
You could.
But
pick up an all access pass if you don't have it already, and that'll.
Yeah, if you don't want to miss out on anything that we are doing here live, then you should be on live. But if you want to reference back to all the talks, there is still your all access pass available. And you will get a special rate event pricing right now. Price will be going up after the event. So grab that if you find it interesting. And you will also get the future talks for tomorrow as well if you can make it there. All right. We have a few traditions here at MeasureSummit. One is our one thing. So that is something you can always put into the chat. And the one things will get increasingly more important because we have a lot of giveaways, actually. Yesterday, we made a little bit of a presentation and found out, we have a lot of prizes here. So
we have a lot of prizes. Yeah, this is great.
That might be something that we need to still look into. Let me see. Yes. I still need to go online on the other platforms that we have available, LinkedIn and LinkedIn, it's really. Okay, it's now sending to LinkedIn as well. Cool.
So we're streaming here. We're streaming LinkedIn. We're streaming YouTube.
Yeah.
Did you manage to fit Facebook in there?
Yeah, Facebook is in there as well, and Twitter actually.
Although Twitter, So we're not on TikTok yet?
Well,
What?
TikTok only is like 30-second videos, right? So
yeah, it's
not
GTM
really
in
sure.
30 seconds. Ready, go. Yes, probably not going to happen.
Should have a
All
dance
right.
and then go through that.
Do the tag manager dance. We'll make Simo do that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably more than a few beers for him. Excellent. All right. So do you want to, let's give away. Oh, I love that. I like Z-Reds right there. One thing, there's s'mores up for grabs. There is. At least that was from Fred Pike in Northwoods. So doing our s'mores education. Definitely. All right. Do you want to, let's give out some prizes. Let's try the prize stuff. If we want to give out at least one or two just to see how this is working. Are you able to do that? Are we ready to do that now?
No.
Okay.
How do you want to do it? If we take it from the scavenger hunt. So let's explain first what the scavenger hunt is all about and what they can win, and then we can go from there. We have a last-minute prize that is not yet in this presentation, but I will be adding it at a later stage today as well. So what?
So you're going to run through all the prizes?
What is the scavenger hunt?
So the scavenger hunt is your chance to go through the virtual booths. Like if you've ever been to a live conference, they give you like these little passports. It's like, oh, go visit the booths and get your stamps, and then you can submit it for a drawing or something like that. So we thought, well, that would be kind of cool. Let's try to mimic that for MeasureSummit. We did it last year. It was super fun. So we're doing it again for this year. So and I will put this again in chat, it's in the chat already, but it's just MeasureSummit.com/hunt. By the way, got some emails from Australians overnight, my time, during the day, their time. They were asking, like, can they also join the scavenger hunt? Absolutely. That is not you don't have to be here live. You can click on this link anytime, because we knew that there's people that just can't join MeasureSummit live for various reasons, time zone or just work, something like that. So MeasureSummit.com/hunt will take you to the scavenger hunt form. All it is it'll say, okay, go to this virtual booth and what's the, find the answer for this, right? Find this particular item. And then you pop in the answer that you found. That's all it is. So, and it just encourages you to go to the booths, explore from the different vendors and people that are back there helping us out. And then
now we just have
choices we're going to make prizes from. Go ahead.
We just have 55 people entered. So if you have not yet entered, your chances are pretty good. And we have given one.
And here's why, because we're going to keep people in there. So Julian, actually, it was a last minute change we did this morning, but we're going to keep people in there. So even if you've won a prize from the scavenger hunt, you stay in the pile. So the earlier you get your scavenger hunt in, the more chances there are for you to win.
That's true.
I literally just made that up. Check that out. That was like a poet, and I didn't even know it. So that's a good reason to get into the scavenger hunt. Get them in there now. And that's why I said there was a bunch of people who were like, oh, we can't do it if you're live. But no, absolutely, you can do that even if you're watching the replays. So I want to make sure we mention that early in the broadcast, because a lot of people maybe have missed that. So the hunt goes on.
Hunt goes on. So what can we win?
Hunt goes on. As long as you're here, you can get that. Let's find out. Do we have fancy slides? Look at that. Look at those graphics.
So the first thing, there is a UX audit by Amradeep, who will be talking about his techniques tomorrow, actually. So check that out. But you can already win this UX audit from Conversion Matter by Amradeep. Mercer, you want to go next?
Sure. So the GTM Masterclass for Beginners from Julius. So Julius, I've learned a ton. He's another guy that I was standing on the shoulders of giants and learned a ton from Julius over to Analytics Mania. So he's got his entire course that he's giving, the Masterclass for Beginners when it comes to Google Tag Manager. So you can win that.
And then we have from Northwoods, they're giving out a tin cup and a s'mores kit, which is US only, so I can't participate. But yeah, I learned yesterday what s'mores actually are, so I ought to try it.
You and many other people around the world.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
We are the educators here at.
You didn't seem like you were a fan. That's all.
No, I'm willing to try it and get my diabetes shot, I guess. And then yeah, drink from the tin cup as well. No, it's really great offer from Fred Pike, who runs there with Northwoods in Milwaukee, in Michigan. Michigan, was it right? Wisconsin.
It's close though.
Yeah,
yes.
Making a murderer town.
That's right, you did.
And yeah, he came up with something a little bit different than all the analytics guys out there. A little bit more camping wise, with a tin cap and a s'mores kit. So we're looking forward to that. Now the next prize is unfortunately already gone. It's a server-side tagging course by Seymour Hava. Who was that yesterday who won?
Fernando actually won that.
Yeah, so Fernando
with his scavenger hunt. So yes, good job there.
And yesterday,
we also have Stockton. Yeah, Stockton speaker yesterday talked about copy that was very well received. Lots of really great feedback on Stockton's talk. And so if he's willing to do a consultation, so if you need some help and you wanted to talk with Stockton about copy and kind of how your organization can take advantage of it, I think he's an absolute wizard to talk to when it comes to this, to help you out to get it sorted and situated.
And then next we have the book Crawl, Walk and Run by Michael Logan and Alex Yastrebenski. So Michael Logan will be talking about today actually about the privacy-centric world, and he was gracious enough to give us a copy of his book. It's a Kindle version, so you can read it right away if you are situated in the US as well, and that is provided by Michael Logan from Infotrust. And then...
And of course, Talia. Sorry, I thought we were alternating.
Yeah, let's do that.
Step on you. So the complete guide to landing page optimization is Talia Wolf, who spoke yesterday. Again, very well received session that she gave on emotions and using the power of emotions to help improve conversions. Some incredibly cool split test ideas back there and optimization tips. So she's got an entire book, The Complete Guide to Landing Page Optimization, that's also up for grabs.
And then we come to the infamous measurement marketing IO swag, which consists of a bag, a phone charger thingy, a wireless charger thingy.
Stuff I use all the time. Yes, I use this stuff constantly.
A calculator / ruler / measure device, and a bag. I guess you get the bag too, and a pen. The pen will be sold later on.
And the pen, the 6-in-1 pen
as well.
These could be collector's items. I might even throw in a T-shirt just for fun. See?
Because you want to catch up to Supermetrics, right?
I do, because Supermetrics has got the shirt. They got the notepad, which I love, just because writing down all the ideas that I'm constantly doing. I'd love to have that. But let's face it, it's the socks for the win. I mean, who couldn't use some Supermetrics socks amongst other stuff that they've got down there? It looks like the stickers and buttons and other stuff. So the Supermetrics swag also up for grabs.
They actually, here I see, this says actually on the right lower side, it says webcam cover. So apparently you can
it's got a webcam
make
cover.
sure that nobody can track you through your webcam as well. Next up, this one is also already gone. Measure Masters, 1 year of Measure Masters was up for grabs, and Nora won this yesterday. So congrats to Nora again. And that was actually given out through the chat. So if you're active in the chat, that is something
You're absolutely right, Martin. That is the best ruler ever.
should pay attention to it. And we have still a prize from Measurement Marketing IO, the Measurement Marketing Academy. Look what you get. I guess you don't get it physically, all of this, all the iPads, the screens.
You get all those images, all those digital images. You can have as many of those as
NFT.
Yes,
yeah.
We will give out as many of those as you want. But the Academy, it's got all the courses. It's got workshop. I think we're over 20 some odd courses now, and probably almost 300 different workshops, the toolbox, the Ask an Instructor support. There's a ton back there in the Measure Marketing Academy. So we have that up for grabs as well. And I saw Wing here earlier in chat. It was on day one. I don't know if she's been there today, but she won last year at the Measure Marketing Academy.
Yeah, that's true. I still remember.
And then this is the new one. This is the new one that we got from Listen Layer actually yesterday. So they came in and said, hey, we'll give you these measurement framework consultation products or projects. Now this was, I think, really particularly useful because I saw somebody in chat, I think it was on day 2, or no, sorry, it was day 1, where they were asking around the data layer and so how do you plan out your data layers? What's a strategy for your data layer? So one thing is what's a data layer, and then you learn that. But then the other thing is, okay, how do you really take advantage of it? Because if you can get all your measurement signals coming from the data layer, it solves so many issues. But there is a planning required for that. And so this is what they'll do with you. So they actually go through because they clearly know a thing or two about the data layer and what's possible to get into it and things that you might do with it. So they'll actually have a consultation with you with this. Now, a couple things. So if you have the free plan of Listen Layer, you can, if that fits for you, certainly to do that. It is not a paid subscription to Listen Layer, so make sure we're clear on that so we don't overpromise anything. But you can use the free version of Listen Layer and use that consultation and still get set up in something useful. And then if you needed to, you can always expand it out But having them to talk to, I think would be really, really cool idea.
And last but not least, if you haven't yet checked out the All Access Pass, which gives you access to all of the recordings of MeasureSummit 2021, you can win some prizes here. We actually gave out one yesterday, right? So we have 4 left.
We did. So we've got 4
we need
left.
to change these slides.
4 all access passes left.
But your chances are still pretty high to win one of those. And we can give...
And they're coming from the hashtag One Things and the Scavenger Hunt. So remember, hashtag One Things here live in the chat. We'll do that. Anybody that's here in the chat room can participate and play. And then the Scavenger Hunt. So MeasureSummit.com/hunt will take you to the Scavenger Hunt. That's the one. If you can't watch live, you can't join live, totally cool. Go do the hunt and your prizes will be in there, because we've got that one asks for contact information. We can reach out to you. The One Things, we don't have everybody's contact information, so we sort of have to deal with it live. That's what why we're doing that. But that's a little bit of something for everybody here.
So just in a second.
There's a lot of conversation in the chat about s'mores.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
You got William, we got Fred going back and forth about s'mores. Fred Pike's here, by the way. Welcome back, Fred.
Let me see what we can do. I don't think there's a first name that is duplicated in the scavenger hunt. So if we do one of these right now, unless
let's try it. There is, but that's okay. I'll go with the first one that matches that name. That's what we'll do.
Let's do that.
That keeps it easy.
So and everybody, a little game time here. I just need to get the names.
What was that? Did that come across? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
I just heard it muffled. I want to make sure that it's just maybe my monitor, but you should have heard that. I think that's
that was that.
Right? Okay. Did everybody else hear that? All right, perfect. David said yes, he saw it. Perfect, great.
Okay.
Drama, exactly. That and his 85-minute long drum roll.
Oh, yeah, no, I have changed that around, so this will be quicker this time. But let's see if we can get this one up and running. And I need to just change around the screen here for a second, so hang on.
This is what the pre-show is. We get to kind of get all the tech down.
So what we're gonna do here is doing a little program that I found. We put all the names together, and when I click on roll, we will see the names. We have a little bit of a drum roll, and then we'll have a little bit of fun with it. But we should decide which prize are we actually giving out, Mercer, before we do this. Otherwise, let's give out a all access pass.
Okay, let's do it. All access pass is up for grabs.
Okay, everybody ready in the chat? I don't know if you're not in the chat yet. Then.
And are you pulling this through One Things? Or are you pulling this through the hunt prizes?
Say again.
Are you doing this through the One Thing or the hunt?
The hunt prizes. The hunt prize. This is from the giveaway.
Perfect. For hunt. Okay, this is people that did the scavenger hunt. We're giving away an all access pass.
Right.
Ready when you are.
Now. And we have Istvan. Woo.
All right, Istvan, give me a second. Got him. Perfect. Istvan, we will email.
You get
and get you an all access pass.
Why is this not working? Doesn't want to do it. I have this confetti. Everything is prepared. But it doesn't want to. There we go. Cut it over. Yay.
Yay. All right. Congratulations.
To Istvan. And maybe next time, should make this a little bit bigger, I guess. Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
So the winner is Istvan. And we'll get a Measure Master. No, we'll get you a... all access pass over to you via email, I guess.
We're already seeing more scavenger hunts coming through, so good job adding those in. The second you get in there, you are in this list of names, is how we're doing this. So even Istvan, if you won, she did win, Fernando won, but they were both still in it for other prizes. That's why the scavenger hunt is so important, to make sure you do that.
Right. Well, this was fun. Maybe we can do something more fun next time. We need to have like some game character in here. and have a battle of the minds. Next year we will have like a panel down here with people. Somebody will have built a game application, and then we can do like a elimination round. Who is the real measure master, and with some quiz questions and so on. So we'll see who comes up with this concept. Great, we see some people in the chat already. Anissa says there's drama going on here, so a little bit.
That was the drama. That was the da-da-da-da. That was that.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's true.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire drama? That's what that was going on.
That's true. Who else is here?
I'm gonna make sure.
The simplest things that mean the most. I
right now.
haven't really. Okay, chocolate and marshmallow. You guys talking about the s'mores?
See, I told you, s'mores popular in chat room is, and in the U.S. it's in the morning. This is early morning conversation in the U.S. So it's not a breakfast food.
Okay, true.
It's good to set goals.
Okay. Ah, there's some more. Congrats, Istvan. Nora is here as well. Nora wants to win again, so we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she was the first one who knew the, what was it, Mandelbrot effect thing.
Yep.
Question, should the 3 second stage presentation be available now, or do they get posted later in the day?
They get posted as soon as the official start happens. So roughly a half hour-ish from now. As soon as it starts, when we have Miroslav, introduce Miroslav, at that point, just give us a few minutes, and in the background, you'll see second stage open up. Great question. And then second stage, speaking of, remember, second stage is in a whole other top nav link for everybody. You should see it now, assuming that you have already refreshed at least once from yesterday. So the second stage, we're putting all the second stage speakers back there. We're going to keep them all unlocked during the event so that everybody can get back there and watch all the on-demand presentations. But we are going to drip them out. So
okay,
you'll see just the day 1 and day 2 right now.
We just had a confetti again, but anyways.
You did. Hey, we're celebrating MeasureSummit. Yay! MeasureSummit 2021.
Oh, I'm not logged in. I guess, let me just see.
Do you want me to just share screens?
Access/dashboard. Okay, so you're on this page right now, watching our nice faces here. And let me just stop this video. And on the top here, we have now the second stage tab that you can click, and you get redirected to all our second stage speakers. Great presentations there as well. We made the first selection of first stage speakers, and then we had so many great other speakers as well that wanted to join in and couldn't say no, kind of. So we opened up.
There's some really cool topics back there.
But yeah, from the time zone perspective, we only have 6 hours in a day, and we also didn't want to do a, how you call it, like a measure
24-hour long broadcast.
MeasureSummit month out of it. So we kept it at 4 days, which was quite effective. And nonetheless, these talks are really great, and you should have a look as well. For example, Brian Clifton was also on last year. However, very well received as well. And you can check out his new.
And today we've got 3 more second stages that are going to be added to this list. So already there's 5 back here, again, available for everybody right now to watch until the end of the event. And then we've got 3 that are being released today, which will happen again, roughly in about a half hour or so. Brian Piper, talking about data-driven content strategy. Krista Seiden, again, returning champion from 2020. She's going to talk about resetting and realigning Google Analytics 4, which is a very popular topic because a lot of people are trying to figure out how to wrap their heads around it and structure it properly. So she'll be talking about that. And then Jim Kane over at Napkin Analytics is talking about how cookie extinction has really made data a team sport. So again, sort of the trends of where things are going and how we can adjust our organizations to make sure that we are keeping up with this tech storms that we're in, the user storm that we're in, the user privacy storm, and the GDPR and laws and everything else that's coming through. So all these little super storms of data and privacy are all combining, and tech is a big one, and that's the cookie challenges with third-party cookies going away and everything else. So Jim is talking about that. They will all be released in this page in about a half hour or so.
So Anna is asking with the telephone and audience joker. Yeah, next time we should do that. But everybody will call Simo and say like, okay. My joker is Simo.
That's true.
No, okay. We'll see about that.
That's true. Thank you, Aaron, for that great conference. Only 2 days in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are officially crossing over the halfway point, at least pre-show wise. I guess technically the start's at 25 minutes. So
does that mean we will roll down the next bit? So we'll see.
It's all downhill.
All downhill from here.
Hey,
maybe we should.
Hopefully, I've tackled.
While we are on this page, maybe let's just do show everybody the virtual booth as well.
Yes.
So virtual booths are kind of as Mercer already said, the concept when you go in the hallway at a conference, you find out all these booths, and oftentimes they want to lure you there to give you a special offer. And we have really a lot of special offers in our virtual booth here. So Supermetrics has a offer for you if you want to try out Supermetrics. We have a offer for Measure School. So my company, we are actually giving something special away this time. Check out this video. I don't want to say too much. We have Listen Layer, which obviously is also our main sponsor here at MeasureSummit. We have measurementmarketing.io, where what is your guys' offer this time?
So we have the Measurement Marketing Academy. We've got the free Toolbox membership, but I actually put back there a workshop that's around the Measurement Marketing framework. So it's kind of a free training workshop that's back there, so everybody can kind of get a chance to see what our training's like.
And we do have many other participants here in the virtual booth: Case Digital, Analytics Mania, CIVAC, Conversion Matter, Northwoods, Demystified, Analytics Demystified. Just Demystified would be like
Michelle Kisses, yep.
Then we have Whooped, Simmer, Simo's company, Verified Data, the Digital Analytics Association, Napkin Analytics, Analytics Booster, Kickpoint, Arena Calibrate, Greater Than Marketing, Growth PJ, Growth Savvy, Story Driven Data, Story Driven Data, yeah, and then Internet Domination at the end here. Dominators.
Yes.
Internet Dominators.
Yeah. John's company. Yeah. John Limbacher. So it's a second stage speaker, I believe, coming up tomorrow. So yeah, a lot of speakers, a lot of sponsors that are back here. So take a second to see what they've got to offer, see if it's something that you might use in your own organization. And again, like Julian had mentioned, they have offers that are back there. And I believe the vast majority of them that have offers are time sensitive offers. So they're doing it just for the MeasureSummit sort of season of MeasureSummit 2021. So make sure you take a look at what the offer is, and look for any expiration dates would be an important one as well to grab a hold of.
Okay.
That is the virtual booth.
Absolutely. And we also, do we have anything else? The community is something that is also going to be there for people who buy the All Access Pass. I mean, you can join it right now as well, but
you can use it now. You can create discussions back there if you want. Yeah, some people created discussions around like BigQuery and stuff like that last year. So if it's a specific topic you want to talk about, feel free to create a discussion.
Because also now we have kind of the attention from the speakers still, and they might check it out and then give you an answer as well. So maybe you want to check that out as well. Great. So in just 20 minutes here, 22 minutes, we'll have a talk coming up by Miroslav Varga about surprising ad results.
Little +1 for Alex and Brian's presentation, by the way, for second stage.
Oh, okay.
So thank you for putting that
Definitely check that out. Great that we get some indication here. People are watching this as well. Okay.
And there's another s'mores comment for you. You're gonna have to do a s'mores.
The Red Bull.
You have to figure out how to get you a s'mores by tomorrow. So can you figure? They have all that stuff in Germany. You got marshmallows.
We have Red Bull,
Hershey bars, and graham crackers.
It's an Austrian company, I think. Yeah.
So I have a true Red Bull story.
Okay.
Right. You're right. So this is my Red Bull story. When I was in my early 20s, I owned a nightclub. True story. So owned a nightclub, and we had a band.
You owned a nightclub.
I owned a nightclub. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow.
But it's one of my first entrepreneurial ventures. Yeah. So I had this nightclub, and we were bringing in bands, right? So one of these bands we had in the U.S., it was called Tripping Daisy. I don't know if anybody's heard of them. But we had Tripping Daisy coming in, and so they had these riders. I was a new owner, and when you get a band coming in, they give you the contract with all these riders, like the Aerosmith. I think it was famous for like no green M&Ms, that sort of thing. Like they want stuff, right? So they have on there. This is years ago. So they have this on the thing, and it's all this stuff, and I'm like trying to chase it around, and it says Red Bull. I'd never heard of Red Bull because it wasn't in the U.S. yet, or at least not in where we were. So I go everywhere, and I'm looking for this thing called Red Bull. This is before Google, So I couldn't Google what the heck Red Bull was, and nobody knew what it was. And I felt horrible for this band I was bringing in that I couldn't give them whatever this Red Bull stuff was. I know it was a drink, no clue. So I'm feeling horrible. I go back to their manager and I'm like, I'm sorry, I got everything except for this thing called Red Bull. They're like, that's fine. I find out later, like pretty often, and this is just a pro tip for any of you that own nightclubs or soon will, you don't actually have to follow the riders. Most of the time, you just take the riders and you cross them out and you say, we're not going to do that. And then you sign it. And that's what I started doing. Once I learned you could do that, I didn't have to chase Red Bull around the country. So that was my Red Bull story. That's how I found out what Red Bull was actually a thing. And then 3 months later, I think it was everywhere in the US. It, finally distribution.
Yeah.
But that's my Red Bull story. Nothing to relate to measurement other than I could not find Red Bull anywhere back in the early 90s, whenever that was.
So the question everybody is asking themselves, what kind of clientele was at your nightclub, and would we get in?
Of course,
you're all too old, you nerds.
Measure people party. Yes, we are party. I mean, what is the it's escaping me. Super Week. So Super Week at the top of a mountain with a bunch of drinking around a campfire, like that's our people, So yes, absolutely. Everybody would be invited. Whenever I have another nightclub, you are all invited.
Okay. Let me see. I need to still change something around here in the next few minutes. So if Mercer can give you some other tour or something, then I will be busy. What do you want to talk about, Mercer?
Do you want me to are you able to share, have me share screens?
Yeah,
if
sure.
I share screens, you can put me up.
Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to do that.
Then you can.
All right, give me a second. You should be able to see me now.
Let me see. I can.
That's why I love pre-show is an hour long. We get to work all this tech out.
Let me get you on here. You are Christmas online. Share screen.
Right,
Bam.
yeah.
And now
we go.
We are going into this one. And we're going to put you on top.
You can all hear Julian's process as he talks through.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That is life.
The master at work.
And here we go. Here's your screen.
Okay, perfect. There I am. So I wanted to make sure we point out this as well. So this is the speaker sessions. Now, all speaker sessions are here. So some of them have been locked down, others have not. So for those of you who do not have all access pass yet, if you click on like Julius, for example, he's already been locked down, so you have the all access pass. So you can go through and learn more about that. Others are not locked down. That's because they are still open, at least currently. For example, Stockton's. So he was from day 2. He's about to be locked down in the next half hour, give or take. So make sure if you want to watch Stockton's, you're able to see him.
You are double here somehow. Let me see. Can you say something?
Oh, you've got two
yeah,
voices.
you have 2 mics here.
Check. Okay. I don't hear it.
Okay, now you go.
Echo sounds great.
Now you can go.
Echo. Wait. I could have gone Sunday.
Right, kind of.
All right. So then, so there's like Stockton's that we have here. You got the videos. Also in the speaker sessions, the ones that are unlocked, you will see, and of course, all access pass. You already have access to everything. You never get locked out. But you will see if we have speaker slides, they will be here. If we don't have them, then they won't be here. And so it's not necessarily that we've missed it. It's just that we don't have them yet. We're trying to get them for speakers that are willing to share or able to share. Some aren't. So you have those as well. So if you want to do that. Also make sure that we leave feedback for speakers. So as you go through, so I know somebody earlier had mentioned, I think it was Arne, the feedback on the second sessions. Make sure you leave feedback for our speakers, because we will be giving that to the speakers. We, of course, will use it as well, because we want to know who you want to see back for MeasureSummit 2022 and who doesn't need to come back. But we also want to see who's got valuable information, who's got the stuff that's actionable, what's advice, what's the stuff you really liked from them, kind of your own one things you can tell them, like this really hit, I like this thing, or maybe I would love to see them talk about this other stuff. Maybe about other topics that they might be able to present on. And we were going to give that feedback to them. It's 100% anonymous. So again, be as useful as you can be with that feedback. Super useful. So every button's got a little feedback list. You will see a list of all of the speakers who are currently presented at MeasureSummit so far, their session, and you can pop in all of that feedback there. So very important to do that. And then every speaker, just do a new click on that form and it'll get you through. So again, want to mention that was there. So again, all the speaker sessions, it's every single speaker that we've got, including all the second stage. Now, if you just want second stage, if you're looking for the second stage, we actually created a whole new section. This is new. We did this about halfway through day 2 yesterday. This is the second stage. This is all the currently available second stage, and we kept them all open. We're going to keep them open through the actual event. So again, we got great feedback on a lot of these, including Alex's and Brian's. So you can see Brian's back here as well. So just take a look at it. You've got until the end of the event to watch all of the second stage. And then later in about, again, roughly a half hour, give or take, you're going to see that there is going to be actually 3 more added. So we're going to have Krista added this week, or today we're going to release Krista's, Brian Piper's, and let me go back to the agenda. As I click around here, Brian Piper's, who am I forgetting? And Jim Kane, there you go, Jim Kane from Napkin Analytics. You'll have back here as well. So here's the agenda for today. So you can make sure to see that as well.
Well, yeah, let's go quickly through the agenda again as well. I have a little presentation here, I think. I think. Let me see if I can get it up and running. Yeah, so the Day 3 is coming up. Thank you for everybody who's joining us just now, maybe. You missed one prize giveaway, but there are many different coming up, as well as many cool talks, sessions from some of the top speakers of the industry, obviously, for Day 3 of MeasureSummit. First of all, we will hear from Miroslav Varga about pricing Google Ads test results. And this is a really interesting presentation because, yeah, there's some surprising stuff. If you are not too familiar with Google Ads, you might not go into that detail. And since he's working for a big company, they see quite a bit of accounts and try a lot of things. And that was quite cool to see as well. Then we have a talk by Maria Borcheva from Google. She will tell us about how Google is treating the whole attribution, the attribution, how do you call it, topic at Google. And maybe she can convince you to use data-driven attribution. Actually, I think yesterday somebody posted on...
Which is the new default.
It's now the new default.
I think it is switched that over with Google Ads.
So that's something you shouldn't miss as well if you are in the practice, or if you're using the Google stack, definitely. Then we have Kai. Kai will be talking about the tech fundamentals for aspiring data-driven marketers, because who doesn't want to be technical as the next speaker then after Kai? So he prepares us kind of for a fireside chat with Simo. So this will be actually live, and Simo will be coming on, and you can ask him questions, can be in the chat. And if you have a question already in mind, please post it at MeasureSummit.com/Simo, so we have that ready for you later on as well. And last but not least, wrapping up the evening, it's Michael Logan from Infotrust talking about the privacy-centric world, and it's time for marketers to have a great reset. So rethinking how we think about data with this privacy-centric world, which I also greatly enjoyed. And that is coming up today. So just as a recap, Miroslav first, then Maria with attribution, Kai with tech fundamentals, then Simo Ahava, and last but not least, Michael Logan. So you have something to look forward to at this next hour or so. We are almost at the top of the hour. We can actually send people to the bio break in just a bit here and get going.
Do you want to do one more prize?
We can. How? But I need to have the name somehow. Or do you want to do it in the chat? Amateurish.
Let's do one things. Let's do one thing prize for those that are in the chat right now. We'll do that. So hashtag one things for just over the last couple of days, what your one thing has been. And then just ask a question really quickly while we're getting the one things in there. Which remember, odds are good if you can get your one thing in there right now, because we're going to choose it just from the people that are here live. Mahai Serber was asking about the Leah slides. So as soon as we get them from her, we will put them in there. So not all the slides do we have, but we've requested them. So as soon as we can get them, then we can put them out there. So not all speakers are able to share. I believe she can, but as soon as we have them, we will absolutely put them in there as we can. And then also, while things are going in, I want to make sure that everybody is aware of, I'm sure you are, but just to do it again, the MeasureSummit.com/notes. This is our crowdsourced notes. So people are putting in there as well their notes, and they've got some incredible notes back there. It's been great. So thank you, community, for continuing to build that out.
I think we need to motivate people. What are we actually giving away right now? If you put your one thing from this conference in here, put one thing in there, and we will enter you to win a prize just now. So chances are really great. There are not so many one things in there just yet. 4, 5, 6, 7 now. So what are we giving
out? All right. The odds
what are
are
we
good.
giving out? Another all access pass? Or
so let's give away something else
swag.
besides all access pass. Let's give away some swag.
Okay. So what do you want to give away? Some super metrics?
Let's do the measurement.
Or the measurement marketing?
Fine. Super metrics sounds good. Yeah, actually, you know what? We'll give them their choice. How's that?
Oh, which company you like
swag
more?
Kit.
Socks?
Swag kit. Oh, it's like, do you want socks? You want the calculator? That's what it's gonna be. Yeah. So we'll let you choose. Swag pack, you get to choose. It'll be either Supermetrics or the MeasureMarketing.io swag kit, or swag pack, whichever one. All right. So the one thing's coming through. Do you want to grab the names, or you just want to?
Yeah. Let me just see if Milena's already putting them in. So put them in here, and then you will be able to enter to win. We have already Jamie in here, Keith, Marcy. Keep them coming, and we are going to wrap this up though.
Chris, Richard,
in a second.
Monica's, Fred's playing along.
Z-Red,
the great host. Thank you for that. All right,
Manja.
So we're gonna close it down.
Okay, maybe you put a
It's groundbreaking and hard.
Hold on. I will put a pound sign in here. So everybody who comes after the pound signs is not entered to win anymore, because we at some point need to finish this list somehow. So we have Fred, Adam in here. We have John. All
right. Maybe we can add Greg in, maybe. Just came right under the wire.
Let's see.
The Mercer nightclub.
Where's the nightclub? Yeah, did you sell it, or what happened to it?
No. We it was partners, and so that was back. There's a lot of early lessons I had as an entrepreneur back in the day. So we had a little partner thing. I had too many businesses. I had a nightclub. I had an entertainment guy, like a physical print publication we were doing on a weekly basis, and it was just too much. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna shut everything down and move to Portland, Oregon. That's what I did.
Okay.
And then we started over. Yes, it's a whole other journey. Stay tuned for my book. I'll put that in the book whenever I write that.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. We have
a fun time.
Around 16 people, 15 people, I think.
Okay, so this is for your choice of swag pack, either MeasureMarketing.io, Supermetrics. I don't take it personally if you don't want the MeasureMarketing.io. I get the socks. I would want socks too.
Yeah, we have some.
Okay. You ready?
Not yet. Let me just check all of them again and see.
And while he's building that out, I want to let both our teams, by the way, we're doing this in our Slack channel. We have a Slack channel we're both of our teams, the MeasureMarketing.io team and the Measure School team, are all in this sort of combined Slack channel. We're there in the background, changing stuff and updating images and popping these links through and setting everything up for Julian so that he can, push the right buttons and get all these swipes coming through. So I just want to thank everybody. The speaker surveys, how they're updating with the speaker names, like that's not us. It is our teams that we're literally leaning back on, relying on them, and they're just phenomenal. So I want to give a shout out to the MeasureMarketing.io team and the Measure School team, because you all are absolutely amazing, and thank you for everything that you are doing in the background as well.
Okay, we have around 15, 16 people in here, and we will.
The title should be so far so good. I like that. For
another little round of 15, 16 people. So again, unfortunately, if you're under the line there that I put in, you won't be able.
All right. So
we have the swag bag. So this is the swag bag, and then we also you have the choice between this and the Supermetrics swag here as well.
Okay, so Supermetrics swag or the MeasureMarketing.io swag.
And I'm going to reload
calculators and pens, or socks and notebooks.
And we are going to. let me see. We're doing this all live, so this will be interesting to say the least. Let me see.
This is, I have to say, because Julian and I train so often live, this is really good for us because we're so used to like, okay, here's how to set up a goal.
Are you guys ready? Okay, let me just get my techniques right here. Drum roll, please. So if you weren't there before, this will show some names. Your name will be in there. That doesn't mean that you have won. It will show the winner in just a second there. So suspense here. Let's play this game. And let's roll the dice. Nemanja has won either the Supermetrics swag or the measurementmarketing.io swag. Congratulations. Here. All right.
So if you could, let me just open up. I'm going to open up a little chat there. All right.
Okay, we are already going off into a little bio break here before we hear from Miroslav in his next talk about surprising ad results. So stay tuned and we'll see you in just a bit here.